Hello, friends and family from around the world. This is Mike with Daily Events Worldwide, and we are on April 5th, 2023. Welcome to another surviving day on the planet, and welcome to the Daily Do, giving you your space weather update, as well earthquakes, and a look at world weather. Looking here the last 48 hours, only a couple minor C-class solar flares to talk about, coming from that fast-growing sunspot that was Earth-facing. We have 3 active sunspot regions right now on our sun. Having a look at the last 48 hours incoming, we do have some cresting activity there, as well noting plasma filaments. Looking at outgoing here imagery. This is where we'll see that active, well, the 3 active sunspot regions. On the right-hand side there, we've got 2 competing sunspot regions. Having a look at multi-spectrum, keeping an eye on plasma filaments on the surface. Amazing images here brought to you by Solar Dynamics Observatory, mixed with daily events worldwide. I had to take out a couple flashy black recalibration images that SDO is going through right now. Having a look at 171 angstroms, active umbral field there, equatorial region, cresting in as well, plasma filament tornado in the northeast region. And as I said, only minor C-class solar flares being detected from sunspot regions, 3 of them right now. But definitely some activity cresting in to view right now. Having a closer look at that fast-growing sunspot. Solar X-ray flux remains in heightened C range after seeing 3 C-class solar flares today. Geomagnetic activity sitting at KP3. Real-time solar winds sitting at about 390 kilometers per second. Quickly going down after being up to 530 kilometers per second. Notable there, 5 degrees in temperature, 5.0, and as well density was at 10. Having a look at our pressure planes, this is our magnetosphere in action. ISWA space prediction spiral showing no CMEs. Minor CME outgoing direction towards the Parker Solar Probe, but no more CMEs or solar flares thwarted our way. Still expecting something into the 10th. Having a look at earthquakes past 24 hours. Not much being reported after those large earthquakes yesterday. 6.3 Panama, 5.9 Chile. Notable here, 4.4 Trepinos, California. And as well, notable earthquakes here, Fiji region the past 24 hours. Pretty deep, 555 kilometer depth, Fiji. And as well, a 4.3 here, Solo, Vanuatu, 642 kilometer depth. That is a very deep earthquake. Activity continuing through Papua New Guinea. 4.5 earthquake here, Carlsberg Ridge, east of the Owen fracture zone, where we saw 3 earthquakes past a couple days ago. As well, 5.0 there, Tunisia. But notable here through Alaska, as we've seen an increase in seismicity. Having a look at USGS, we've definitely got something going on. 309 earthquakes past 24 hours, and most of them have been in Alaska, right from northern Alaska westwards to the Tanaga volcano. So definitely keeping an eye on this situation, because I could see one day this whole chain, the Aleutian Islands, just going off. Some very dormant and massive volcanoes along this chain. Having a look at the earthquakes here right along the chain through, I believe, Nova Rupta volcano. and as well Sesamo-Pochnoi. And now the Tanaga volcano, seeing an earthquake swarm come back here. We're looking at 25 earthquakes throughout the region. So definitely something brewing through Alaska. Most of the energy has shifted that way. Carrying on here, a quick glance at the last 7 days for earthquakes. We've seen very deep ones this past week, and we've seen the residual large, shallow earthquakes to follow. But after this most recent earthquake in Vanuatu's 640 kilometer depth, definitely expecting something more. Increasing activity through Alaska. 7.0 there, Papua New Guinea. Kamchatka, 6.2. Central America, seen a lot of activity, but I think more central regions should be on watch, as well as Alaska for the next 24 hours. Increasing activity there into the Somalia plate as well. Having a look here at some satellite imagery overlooking the extreme weather event that broke out across Ontario today and has been breaking out across the United States. The massive size of this system, literally from Manitoba to Texas to Maine. Amazing stuff here. This large low pressure system bringing in multiple fronts, squall lines, squall thunderstorm lines that were racing across Ontario today. We did see a few bolts of lightning, lots of thunder and heavy downpours. Having a look at the satellite imagery here, this is the last 24 hours of imagery brought to you by DuPage. Thoughts and prayers going out to everybody affected by the tornadoes that were dropping across the U.S. last night. Multiple storm chasers out there, so stay safe and ready as these systems are set to get bigger and more vicious over the next couple weeks as we transition into spring. But it's like somebody just turned on the hose from the Gulf of Mexico, stuck their thumb on the nozzle there and just started spraying up into the northeast United States and over Ontario. We probably got about 30 millimeters of rain in about an hour through central parts of Ontario. Having a look at a windy forecast showing that system finally ushering out into the North Atlantic before joining forces here. Some intense winds and low pressure heading into Greenland and as well affecting Iceland. And then long range forecast, watch another system here come out of the Gulf and then mix into the Atlantic. And I do believe that we are on the verge of our Atlantic hurricane season, as we've seen a low pressure system building there in the long range. Forecast models for precipitation here, brought to you by windy.com. Watching this system, it will be bringing snow to northern Ontario, Quebec, and parts of Newfoundland, but some extreme weather still building through the Gulf states over the next couple of days. Big low pressure system off the coast of BC. Most of that moisture is heading north into Alaska. Other than that, extreme weather should stop here by Saturday into Sunday before it starts to brew again. Having a look here at a long-range forecast at possible tropical system here off the coast of Florida forming. As well, intense system there forecasted heading through the central Atlantic. But this could be the first tropical system, but at the same time, snow will be falling across the Pacific Northwest with the Colorado low just as that system comes through. So heads up, anything can change these days, especially with our crazy weather patterns. Leave you here with looks satellite imagery over this large extreme weather event that affected most of the United States and into Ontario as that low pressure system heads north to the Hudson Bay to join in the polar vortex. Again, thoughts and prayers going out to everybody affected by the storms over this past couple weeks. And also going to give you a quick look here at long-range forecast. 27 degrees forecasted through parts of Ontario, as we will have quite an equatorial and Gulf push of warm air. But at the same time, higher elevations across the Pacific Northwest will still be dealing with some cold. Much love, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Long-range forecast, still undetermined. Stay aware and prepared. Stay young and have fun. And get your daily dew. Bye-bye now. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.